Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the Friday edition of Prime News on My Media Prime. Thanks for being a part of today's edition of the news. We're live from Studio A at Fengudrombange in Douala, the economic capital of the country. My name is Genda Peldrin Blanche King. We begin the news today with the visit of the Prime Minister, Head of Government, Chief Dr. Joseph Diongote, to some stages in Yaoundé. Prime Minister, Head of Government visited some stages in Yaoundé marked for the 2021 African Nations Championship, which will start on January 16 in Cameroun. Speaking after the inspection, Prime Minister Joseph Diongote expressed satisfaction, as our reporter Fon Quinta tells us in the following report.
35 days to the kick-off of the 6th edition of the 2021 African Nations Championship, Prime Minister and Head of Government Dr. Joseph Diongote has called on main actors concerned with infrastructures to host the competition to ensure all pending tasks are completed in time. He was speaking after an inspection tour to the Olympic Sports Complex and Omnisport Stadium in the nation's political capital yesterday, December 3, 2020. Prime Minister Joseph Diongote inspected the two training stadia at the Olympic Sports Complex as well as the main stadium, while at the Omnisport Stadium, he paid a visit to the Annex Stadium Press Center, Presidential Tribune, dressing room and pitch. Mr. Diongote, after the visit, expressed satisfaction while calling on Cameroonians to turn out massively when the competition begins.
I can assure Cameroonians that they should be proud of what we have achieved. It is true that we have a few details to complete. Some of them will be completed before the Shan competition begins. But I think every Cameroonian should be proud of what we have, because this is comparable to what exists anywhere else in the world. All I'm asking Cameroonians now is to support this competition when it begins, to come to the stadiums as much as the numbers can permit, and to enjoy this wonderful infrastructure and to enable us, even within this dire period of COVID, to have a smile on our faces.
At the end of the inspection tour, Prime Minister Dr. Joseph Diongote expressed delight at the standard of the infrastructure while urging contractors to ensure the sites are completed before the competition begins.
The construction of 14 other automatic road tolls by Tollcam Company is underway. The foundation stone was laid yesterday in Bankomo. The changes that these infrastructures will bring to the country in the following report with Etapo Kante.
Si plus de 7 milliards sont détournés chaque année dans les péages, pour contourner à cette situation, le gouvernement et l'entreprise Tollcam, dans le cadre de leur partenariat public-privé, vont investir 34,752 milliards de francs CFA pour la construction de 14 péages automatiques sur plusieurs sites en vue de l'amélioration de la recette budgétaire.
La gare de péage apporte une innovation en ce sens que le système est automatisé et d'une part de sécuriser les recettes de péage, d'optimiser leur collecte, mais surtout de contribuer à améliorer la qualité de vie des populations riveraines.
La maquette du projet a été présentée hier par l'entreprise prestataire Tollcam lors de la cérémonie de la pose de la première pierre à travers le ministre des Travaux publics Emmanuel Nganou Djoumessi sur le site de Mbankomo, situé à 30 km de Yaoundé. Ce projet de construction de péage automatique intègre également l'aménagement de nombreux équipements contribuant au développement de la vie des populations qui habitent autour des sites.
Tout autour de la gare de péage, il y a diverses activités économiques qui s'exercent. Donc il y a ces espaces marchands, 496 mètres carrés, qui seront aménagés pour favoriser le commerce de toutes sortes de produits.
L'entreprise rassure sur la livraison à date du projet aux populations de Bankomo.
Dans un projet comme ça, ce n'est pas que des bulldozers. Il y a aussi la tête qui fonctionne. Il y a déjà des bureaux d'études qui sont en train de tout calculer là. Vous voyez bien un système comme ça. Il faut des ordinateurs, il faut de l'éclairage, il faut tout. Donc il faut tout étudier. Donc tout est déjà en cours là. Là, ce que vous voyez là, c'est l'aspect uniquement travaux génie civil.
Comme le poste de Mbankomo, l'entreprise Tolkam va effectuer également les travaux dans d'autres sites, notamment celui de Tiko, Mbanga, Mandjo, Edea, Bougnebel, Simalem, Nkometou, Bafia, Bayanga, Fumbot, Mandjo, Banja, Matezem et Tchang. Toutefois, le projet, une fois à temps, permettra d'améliorer nettement le niveau de recettes budgétaires de l'État pour la prise en charge de la construction et de la réhabilitation des infrastructures routières dans le pays, limitant ainsi des embouteillages au niveau des péages et les accidents le long des routes nationales.
Some individuals in Bokwango, in Boya, southwest region of the country, have expressed dissatisfaction over the absence of potable drinking water in their neighborhood for close to 3 years. Now, they were talking to the divisional officer for Boya recently. Details with Jobe Moki Regan in the following report.
Water, a necessity to human life, has become a scarce resource to the population of Bokwango in Boya subdivision, southwest region of Cameroon. The inhabitants of this neighborhood feel neglected and abandoned due to absence of water in their area, as some youth will take the risk of walking very far distances just to fetch water. It is important to note that the inhabitants of Bokwango have noted with regret as sometimes goes for weeks and even a month without setting eye on a drop of water. Some individuals in Bokwango express difficulties and challenges they go through on a daily basis due to lack of water in their homes.
Water for 5-6 years. We don't get water for tap. Every day, then they only promise we say we will get them, we will get them. We don't come to a promise where they instead they not even promise we anymore. We too don't deny now. We not even pay the meter bill where we will be the pay. We pay meter bill even for more than 2 years, 1,000 every month.
It is in this light that some individuals in Bokwango visited the office of Abba Abdurrahman, divisional officer for Boya subdivision, to lay their complaint.
So we the wonder, say they did once we come for Dio for can't talk for Papa Dio say, may to send people, may they come, even at the snake, may they come tell we wait wrong for we area. Why will not forget even one water like some people they get one time for 1 month. We will not even get at all. The thing don't pass we. People where they don't come make fourage and so on. We're not supposed to drink fourage, but we did drink them. Not be all man buy water safe. We did drink them.
Equally be noted that the absence of water in Bokwango is now a means of generating income to some youth.
Now the ball now they before they even buy the same. But they buy and buy so they get supply.
The people of Bokwango, as at the moment, still live in hope that in less than no time their cry will be heard and they will equally benefit from water, which is the driving force of nature.
We now talk calls for the fight against gender-based violence in the country. A sensitization campaign to raise awareness on the ills of gender-based violence took place recently in Beretua, as our correspondent Jean Didier tells us in the report that follows.
Mobiliser les facteurs nécessaires pour lutter contre les conséquences sociales, éradiquer le Covid-19 sur les femmes et les filles, tel est le thème d'une campagne de sensibilisation de 16 jours organisée par ONU Femmes en vue de lutter et éradiquer la violence basée sur le genre. L'apothéose ce 10 décembre à l'occasion de la Journée internationale des droits de l'homme, célébrée en fanfare au CPF de Bertois, sous la houlette de sa directrice, Madame Aoumfa.
Le ministère de la promotion de la femme et de la famille mène une lutte acharnée contre les violences basées sur le genre. Et ici, à Bertois, pendant ces 16 jours, nous avons fait une sensibilisation. Nous avons fait des séances de renforcement de capacité. Quand vous avez assisté pour la production du gel hydroalcoolique. Et nous continuons dans notre espace sûr de Bertois à faire la gestion des cas de DBG.
Les associations féministes sont appelées à jouer un rôle dans la dénonciation des cas, d'où leur présence dans cet atelier sensibilisation.
Le sentiment de satisfaction si de tels séminaires pouvaient se tenir peut-être après 2 ou 3 mois dans les sensibilisations sur les VDG qui ont été faites. Donc nous sommes satisfaits.
Pour cette sensibilisation, ONU Femmes, à travers son centre d'écoute, a aussi misé sur la jeune fille avec une formation sur la fabrication des gels hydroalcooliques afin de lutter contre le Covid-19.
Bon, ce que j'ai pu retenir, c'est que la femme a besoin d'attention. Il ne faut pas qu'on passe le temps à mettre plus d'accent sur les hommes que sur les femmes. Donc il faut essayer de partager les choses. Il faut essayer de mettre les deux sexes au même point d'égalité.
La cérémonie, ponctuée par une phase de questions-réponses, dont le modérateur n'est autre que le délégué départemental des affaires sociales du LOM et d'IREM, a été marquée par des messages de toutes sortes sur la discrimination basée sur le genre. La remise symbolique des seaux et autres produits visant à consolider les mesures barrières au coronavirus. C'est par une photo de famille que prendra fin cette cérémonie.
Nora Kakebi has details of striking news stories in Africa.
Forces loyal to a renegade Libyan military commander, Khalifa Haftar, said yesterday that a Turkish-owned vessel has been released. The seizure of the Turkish ship threatened to escalate tensions in the conflict-stricken North African country, since Turkey is the main supporter of the rivals of the East-based forces. Turkey's foreign minister has, however, warned about dire consequences and had called on the East-based commander, Haftar, and his forces to allow the ship to resume its planned voyage. It should be noted that the vessel was stopped after it sailed into Libyan waters without permission. Meanwhile, the president of the Republic of Congo, Denis Sassou Nguesso, who is one of the longest-serving leaders in Africa, will seek a fourth term in elections due next March. The 77-year-old leader has led the Central African country for a total of 36 years since he first became president in 1979. His bid to run for the top job comes after nominations by the 17 parties that make up his presidential majority. Congo is an oil-rich but impoverished country which is in the grip of a deep economic crisis triggered by the slump in oil prices, but worsened by long-standing debt and the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. Still on the African continent, about 200 Central African refugees who were taking refuge in neighboring Cameroon have finally made their way back home. The United Nations Human Rights Representative in Cameroon said they have actually returned to safety following the disturbing insecurity which rocks Cameroon for over 4 years now. More than a quarter of the Central African population had fled their homes since the civil war broke out in 2013. Though some are returning, about 300,000 people of voting age will not be able to take part in the upcoming December 27 presidential elections.
And with that story, we end today's edition of Prime News on My Major Prime. Thanks for being with us. The news was produced by Ewane Eli Nolinga, coordinated by Lasha Kingsley. My name is Genda Piojin Blanche King. Stay tuned to My Major Prime until we meet again on Monday. Stay blessed, happy weekend, and good night.